Welcome back to Deep South Rust. Today I want to show everybody a way to adjust hydraulic valves, or lifters should I say. Uh, One of the things that seems to be really daunting for a lot of people is they don't really understand how to adjust these things. There's so many different ways. There's so many things you read every day. There's so many things that, bring it up top dead center, adjust number one intake and jump to the other side. It can be really confusing for a lot of people, and I've tried a bunch of different ways. Uh, and I've got this one particular way that somebody showed me years ago, and it's so simple. It really changed the way I look at it. It changed the whole dynamic of doing it. You can walk away from it and come right back. Somebody can interrupt you, and you never lose your place. Uh, you don't have to worry where the cylinder's at in the stroke. You don't have to worry about being on top of a lobe or on the bottom side of a lobe on the cam. It's one of the easiest ways to do it, and I would really like to share that with you guys. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to turn you down here because I got some complaints on my last video that everybody couldn't see what I was doing. So I want to try to fix that. You just have to bear with me with some of my cheaper equipment. Let's get you turned down here where you can see. All right, now you guys are only gonna see my hands on this, so you probably don't want to look at my ugly mug anyway. But look, if you can look, you can see every one of these are loose. Every one of the push rods are loose. Rocker arms, all this, it's all loose. All right, this is really simple. I mean, you guys, you could just, what we're gonna do is we're gonna adjust every one of these to no latch, just where they're touching the lifter. It's really simple. Right there, we've got that one. We'll come to this one. We just want to be touching with no, right there. Well, we probably go a little further. Feels good. We're just going to take this out. Take that lash out of it is all I'm wanting to do. I don't want to get into the lifter at all. I just want to simply take the lash out where we're making contact. One more thing, a lot of people they'll say, oh, you need to soak your lifters, you need to prime them up. Absolutely not. Put them in dry. All right, so say I'm here right now and somebody walks in here and interrupts me. I can leave my shop, go off 10, 15, 20 minutes, an hour, 2 hours tomorrow. It doesn't matter. I can come right back and start right back where I'm at right now. There's no orientation that I'm going to confuse me any. So, or get me lost. It's just as simple as can be. And this works on absolutely any hydraulic lifter. Doesn't matter whether it's Ford, Chevrolet, Chrysler, small block, big block. It doesn't matter. It works for all of them. Some of you guys that's just getting into this wrench turning, and you're trying to figure out how you're going to make a living at this, and everything's coming at you so fast, and you're not really making a paycheck every Friday. They're not bringing the Brinks truck down there to pay you. You're getting your little check and you're going down there to the local A&P grocery store and getting that thing cash because it's so small. These little top tips kind of help you. Say you're working on, say you're putting the engine together. You're at this point, you really haven't made any good money that week because you're not going to finish all this. So you're doing a brake job, or you've got a tune-up going, or you're putting a fuel pump in. Just something simple that you know you're going to get 4, 5, 6 hours worth of labor on to help your paycheck that week, but you're scared to walk away from adjusting these valves because you're scared you're going to lose where you're coming from, or where you're at, excuse me. This is the way to do it, guys. I promise you, this is never fails. It's foolproof, works every single time. All right, so I'm just getting all the lash out of these. It's all I'm doing. This is so simple. Sometimes you go a little far, you can always, that's not too far, but you can always just back them off just a little bit. Nothing to it. There is tons of ways out there to adjust valves, and I've tried so many of them, and this has always been the way that works the best. Last one here. Look, one thing that you don't want to do, and I catch myself doing this from time to time, is when I got my wrench on it, I catch myself putting a little pressure on my ratchet. You don't want to do that. You don't want to push down on that rocker arm at all. You just want to let it sit. And it's easy to do, but you know, this way you can come back and double check yourself real easy. So it's not a problem. You lift your ratchet up, check it, got a little bit. All right, now I'm at 0 lash on every single one of these push rods. Every one of them. 0 lash. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna rotate this engine. I like to go 90 degrees. You can literally do it pretty much any way you want. You can go 20 degrees or 40 or you know, you can go 180. It doesn't matter. You can do it however you want. But I like to just go 90 degrees. That's roughly around 90. And I'm gonna go back and check them. I'm not gonna touch the ones that have no lash in them. I'm gonna feel for that loose one. Where's that loose one at? There it is. Look at there. We found one. I'm just taking it right back to no lash. Just where it contacts that lifter is all I'm doing. Now look, this is just a demo engine, so this engine needs to be rebuilt, but it works great for what I'm doing. So keep that in mind. This is not something that I'm putting in anything. This is strictly an engine that needs to be rebuilt. I thought this would be a great complete engine to do this to, and use as a demonstration. So, all right, here we go. We're gonna go 90 degrees again. We're gonna check them all again. Look at there. There's another loose one. All right, just taking the lash out of it. That's all I'm doing. So taking it right back to touch the top of that lifter where there's no lash. Look at there. There we go. I probably get my hands in the way. I get to moving sometimes and my hands get in the way of the camera. That one's just a little bit. Put a little on it. It's good. All right. 90 degrees again. Sorry guys, you can hear my little chain wrench hitting the oil pan down there as I go by it. So y'all just have to kind of ignore that. All right. Good, good. There's one right there. Just gonna take that lash out. And look, I'm doing this on the engine. These lifters are probably about slap wore out. But like I said, just a demonstration, just to show you how this works, how easy it is, how fast you can do these, how you can walk away and come back another 90 degrees. Look, if you guys don't want to do it this way, that's perfectly fine. You do it the way you like to do it, the way you're comfortable with. This is just the simplest, easiest way that I've ever found for this to work. And like I said, you don't have to worry about forgetting anything. There's one slightly loose. Give it a little turn. Take that lash out. I find certain things that I feel are just tried and true that's worked for me every time, and I stick with them. If I ever see anything new, trust me, I'll try the newer stuff too. But for the most part, I just try to stick with what I know absolutely works. And this here, I promise you, works, and they will be perfect every time. So I'll go around about twice, about 2 good full revolutions, and I'll check these things every single time, every one of them. If they're a little loose, I tighten them. If they're not, I leave them alone. All right, so we're getting now where there's pretty much no lash in any of these anywhere. Every time I turn the engine 90 degrees, I'm not finding any loose. And I'll do that a few times. You know, like I said, I'll go full revolution twice and check them. And if I find one that's loose, I just give it, you know, a little snug, just enough to take that lash out. I'm not trying to get down in that lifter at all right now. Just simply taking the lash out. See, it's right there. All right, good. All right, so now I've went 2 full revolutions. So I'm going to rotate this motor all the way around. 1 full revolution. And I'll check them again. I'm sorry, I dropped my wrench. And I'll check them again. Nothing, everything's good. All right, so now what I like to do is everybody's different. Some people may like to go one half round. I typically like to go 3/4 of a round on every single one of them. So, and it's simple. Just, you know, get your wrench turned where you'll know your exact 3/4 round and turn. You know, pretty simple, fellas. Some people like to go 1/2, and then the full 3/4, or say you want to go 1/4 rounds until you get to that 3/4. That's fine. It's however you want to do it. But 3/4 of a round is generally where most of these are going to set up, and you're going to have some that may possibly need more. You know, that's kind of when you get your cam and lifters and all that stuff. You know, it'll tell you how much you need to be down into that lifter. But I found 3/4 of a turn is usually somewhere between 30, 35 thousandths, something in that ballpark. And that's where most of them, especially your stock ones, they're pretty much all the same. But just give them that 3/4 turn. I figured I'd give you guys sort of a short video today. I know my last video was pretty long, and a lot of you guys some of y'all didn't maybe have time to watch 40 minutes to an hour long video, so I figured I'd just do a short one this week, see how it goes, and we'll go from there. But I tell you, I really do appreciate everybody that liked, shared, and commented on my first video, and I'm gonna try to keep them coming, and I'm gonna try to get better with this as I go, so that maybe I'm more, or you guys understand me better, and I get better videos of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and sort of a how-to type deal. All right, here we go. I'll go another complete round with my engine. everything's looking good. Everything's turning nice and smooth. And like I said, guys, this is just a donor engine. Just a 305. To tell you the truth, it's seen its better days. So if it works on something so wore out like this, I'm telling you, it works on all of them. Everything looks great. You go back and check them. They're all perfect. You'll never find one loose. I've seen a lot of guys try to do this. They'll do it with the engine running. They'll have valve covers cut, and so when that engine's running, they can check it. But I'm telling you guys, this is the way that works. It's worked for years for me. And if you're somebody young that's getting started in this business, a lot of these vehicles nowadays, you won't have to worry too much about the valves. It's going to be all torque specs now. But when you get into these older ones, you get into, 90s, 80s, 70s, you're building your little hot rod, your little street car, this is stuff that you can use. If it helps you, if you liked it, if you like anything that I'm doing here, please like and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, you guys keep turning wrenches. Later.